Hey guys, welcome on in. Good morning. I'm Jamie. Um, I'm from Out of Rhythm. I'm actually doing something, I guess, a little different. And I get, well, not really a little different. I should say just something that's just random. Usually, my buddy and I usually just do shows on Tuesdays and third, or not two. Can't even think now. Tuesdays and Fridays normally, most of the time, anyways. And yeah, we were thinking about maybe doing a show Sunday. I'm like, nah, I might be sleeping. So I'm just kind of like, let's kind of do like a little start sit kind of thing. Just do some kind of random, something different, I guess. I guess you can put it that way. I've needed to kind of start doing some stuff on my own, and when he can't be here, and I guess I just kind of figured I run into just do some different stuff and just kind of see what happens with it. And I know I'm not sure how many people are up. I know a lot of people are gonna be looking at their lineups. I know I should say it's Slay the Day Sunday. It's kind of like football day, and yeah, I don't know, just kind of random, kind of weird. Not weird, but I guess I'm weird because I don't even know what I honestly don't even know why I'm actually even doing this morning, but I just figured I'd wing it and give it a shot and see what happens and just kind of go from there, honestly, and just kind of work on my presentation a little bit because I know, I mean, I shouldn't be camera shy by now, but a lot of it comes down to like my English or pronunciation of stuff like that. But I guess it is what it is. But yeah, just a couple things this morning. I don't know how many of you guys knew, but Washington's running back or third to depth chart, J.D. McKissick, he's actually out on IR. That's about he's out for the year. Um, yeah, he actually had a neck injury. I guess that's pretty extensive. You can next pretty much runs your spinal cord and everything like that. And I wish him luck on whatever injury that you might have on that. But yeah, I mean, it looks like So now with McKissick kind of being all the way, you got Antonio Brown or Antonio, and you got the other rookie. Um, I should freaking know this, but Brian Robinson. But yeah, it should. So actually, it should look like these guys should be going kind of more 50-50 now, and without any hiccups or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, the Ravens actually, or not the Ravens, the Washington actually play. Let me see here quick. They play Houston, which is gonna be kind of interesting, kind of exciting game because I mean Houston's 1-7, Commanders are 5-5. They're 500. You know, I know I probably won't be watching this game personally, but I mean I'll probably be watching a lot of the red zone, which I don't mind honestly. Yeah, I got J.D. McKissick out. Oh yeah, this reminds me too. Um, there was kind of a hiccup with they weren't sure if Heineke was going to start or not because you got Wentz off IR now. He's coming back, so I guess the Commanders were actually kind of wise, and they actually decided to stick with Heineke because he's been lightening up the offense like no tomorrow, which is pretty damn nice in my eyes. I mean, he's different. He's kind of like a maker. He's that's just me though. I like that more of a baller. He's just a little bit more of a. He's not really like a Baker Mayfield or um, Johnny Manziel kind of person or player. I don't know. It's kind of hard to kind of like put a pinpoint on. I mean, he's not really like tossing, like not really tossing, but he's not really like he had some spot to the offense. Let's just put it that. Um, yeah, Mariota is actually starting. Um, crazy. What the hell? Oh boy. But anyways, Mariota starting. I know there was a lot of chance for the rookie coming in and playing this week. Um, I don't think that's going to happen. So I mean, Mariota's he's kind of that dual threat kind of guy, and you know, with their rookie, I guess if Mariota messes up once more, I guess maybe they might. I guess it depends on. Let's see here. 4-6. Well, yeah, I think they'll be kind of. If they lose this one, most definitely they'll probably out of the playoffs in that one. Well, a chance of getting out of the playoffs. But yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, Mariota and Heineke are actually in starting. So I don't know how many of you are actually starting Mariota this week and Heineke. I know in a few leagues, especially in 2 QB leagues. I mean, those are always difficult to actually kind of pan around because I know how many of you guys actually play in like 2 QB leagues or not. I mean, I do. If you actually have to start one of those two guys, I mean, go for it because you never know with Heineke. He can actually get you a touchdown no matter what. Mariota, on the other hand, I think he's gonna. This game's gonna be interesting because the Falcons play the Bears, and both of these quarterbacks are pretty similar in how they actually play because they both can scramble, they both can run, but Fields right now has actually been just tearing it up yardage wise when it comes to running. But yeah, I'm back. Let's get back to my original. If you have to start Mariota or Heineke, I would prefer if I had Heineke on my team, yeah. If he was like kind of a low-end guy that had no other, and maybe if she had Trevor Lawrence, if he was actually on, if you had Trevor Lawrence. So let's see. Yeah, I would actually start Heineke. Mariota actually plays. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. They play the Bears. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of an interesting game, I guess, because both of these guys they're actually inside, and I kind of want to see what happens with these two quarterbacks because both these quarterbacks their offense really doesn't really get going. I mean, since they kind of picked up Chase Claypool, he's been kind of active, but not really. But hopefully he can actually get more involved now since their main second running back, not N'Keal Harry. Think of his name now, Tariq. Is it Tariq? God, now I'm questioning myself, like, what the hell am I doing? No, it's Herbert. He went an IR. Let's see here, but yeah, I'm just I don't even know what I'm doing. I honestly should be sleeping right now. I should be just checking over my lineups and going to sleep and just saying it is what it is. But I don't know. I kind of want to catch some football a little bit. I know I usually end up working early on Sundays, and I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where I just kind of I doze off, sleep a little bit, doze off, catch a little play. I can hear the football in the background, and I'm hoping that maybe some of my guys gets some touchdowns or touchdowns. But yeah. Oh, actually, the other crazy news is that freaking I just seen Chase he actually might be back next week, which is fucking awesome because I need him in a league of mine. I actually have him in a dynasty league too, which really hurt. This is actually my first. This is actually my first time actually doing a dynasty league. It's actually on Sleeper, and yeah, I mean, I'm actually just been doing like a lot of keeper leagues and 2 QB leagues, and I've kind of changed it up a little bit. I've done this last year or so. I've actually did a 16-man league, which is kind of it's almost kind of like playing a dynasty league, really. Not well, a deeper league, but not really quite dynasty. It's I like the fact that you actually have to put some effort into a lot of these deeper leagues because you get a lot of these smaller leagues. Yeah, you get your studs, and then you can actually run to the waiver wire if one needs to, which is always kind of nice, especially when you're playing in these smaller leagues. But when you get into like these deeper leagues, I'm actually in a 12 or 16 and a 20-man league, and hold to be old, I'm actually doing pretty damn good in a 20-man league. The 16-man, I'm actually doing pretty good too. I'm actually kind of surprised. Um, but yeah, I 16-man is a little bit more challenging. Well, actually, both of them, 16 and 20, are both kind of challenging because it actually just gives me more, makes me work a little bit harder to kind of see what player, kind of keeps you more involved in the game of football a little bit because I'm always just kind of helps to kind of recognize different players that you've maybe haven't recognized before, or maybe heard of somebody, but it's just like, oh shit, and somebody that's could have been like a third or fourth play, wide receiver, like third or fourth on the depth chart when it comes to wide receivers. Like, so he's getting you a couple 100 yards and a touchdown. It's just like, holy crap. But yeah, it's the 20-man is actually it's pretty much a free for all, really, honestly. The waivers are open pretty much 24/7. So, I mean, crazy funny thing is I actually honestly didn't even, I actually slept through that draft. And miraculously, out of the blue, I'm actually just like, I hated my team, but I actually just worked the waiver wire, and now I actually love my team, which is pretty crazy. I can give you a little. It's actually on NFL Network, so I can give you a quick idea of who I have on my team, which is kind of crazy. Once this loads up, so I ended up getting Justin Herbert. I actually got Michael Carter, Najee Harris, Ayukin. I got Dotson. I got Kmet as my tight end. Got Carter. Got him as my pretty much flex option. I got Raider. So I pretty much all the teams end up taking like pretty much taking two defenses. So I ended up with Dallas and the Raiders, which kind of blows because there's absolutely nothing on waivers for defense. On my bench, I actually got Garoppolo, Foreman. I actually picked up Beckham because it sounds like Beckham might choose a team here after Thanksgiving. And it's either possibly Dallas or the Giants. I'm hoping he lands with Dallas. Dallas needs a nice, decent playmaker, but it all comes down to money-wise. So that's always going to be the question. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice for him to actually land in Dallas, but I just can't see it happening. Pretty much I got Godwin, Disley, and pretty much the Cowboys defense. So I had to actually work to make my team pretty dang good. I'm actually 7-3 in a 20-man deep league, which is crazy. And I pretty much didn't draft. I fell asleep, woke up, I'm like, oh shit. But here I am, just working the waiver wire, man. It's every league's, I know it is a little bit different. It all depends on what's going on, what you got going. Well, depends on what you got going on. Anyways, I guess. For some odd reason, I don't know why. Actually, the other thing too, I got kind of working on. It's slow work in progress, but we do got a Discord channel too. It's kind of slowly growing. There's actually quite a few channels in there, quite a few football channels. I mean, especially we got if you're into for next year draft prep, we got some of that up in there. We got trade talks. We got head-to-heads. I saw, we pretty much got any formats: ESPN, Sleeper, Yahoo. Got a little bit of, got a little NBA up in there. We got a little NHL. So we got a little bit of everything up in there. Yeah, it's hopefully something I can slowly grow. Yeah, it's kind of pretty sure I'm not really selling myself that great, but oh well, it is what it is. Anyways, let's go. Let's see here. I don't want daily fantasy. How many of you actually play daily fantasy? I know. I actually tried to. I actually got. Actually just played right on Yahoo. I haven't got actually on DK all that much. Actually, to be honest with you. Yeah. I actually put our Discord link in the description, or not description, on the comment section, so I know if it worked or didn't work or not. Let's see here. Okay. 2QB League. Jimmy, Burrow, Olave. Not too bad. All right. All right. Actually, how many people are actually going to be in and out this week? Let's see here. Okay. Now it's game over with Sunday. Any good? Matthew Stafford is actually, sounds like he's going to be playing this week. I know he actually had a concussion, so it sounds like he might be playing. I know it's the last time I just seen this morning. It sounds like he's going to be playing. Anybody from the Saints here quickly? Any eye openers? Not offhand. The Bills in Cleveland, that's actually pretty sweet that Buffalo actually got out of town. Freaking over 66 inches of freaking snow. Just fucking insane. I can't believe it. I know, I'm sure many of you actually seen photos already of their stadium just plumb full of just freaking snow. But David Njoku, he's kind of questionable. He might play. He had an ankle injury, so he was kind of limited in practice most of this week. It sounds like he might suit up and play. Same with Amari Cooper too. He didn't practice most of this week, but it sounds like he might play this week too. Anybody with the Bill off here? No, I don't think so. Anybody recognizable? JD, Washington and Houston. JD McKissick, he's out. He's pretty much done for the season. Let's see here. Trying to see Logan Thomas. Yeah, he should be actually playing too. If you guys are looking for a tight end, I think Logan Thomas might actually I think he might get a touchdown this week. With them playing the Houston, I think that's very capable. Oh, I did. They did. The Texans actually did pick up Amari Rodgers was actually dropped off from the Packers. the Packers waived Amari Rodgers. So, the Texans figured, hey, let's pick up another guy, since their wide receiver core is not the greatest. I mean, you haven't really seen Brandon Cooks much since the whole freaking trade deadline. So he was actually thinking of he was possibly going to be traded, but that didn't happen at all. But no, I think it looks like everybody might be playing. Let's see here. All right, Carolina, Baltimore. Baker Mayfield will be starting this week. PJ Walker, he was out, which kind of sucks because especially when you're playing in those super flex teams and, you always got those. I mean, it's super flex kind of sucks a little bit, but I just think to me, it almost seems like it's like a 2 QB league to a point. But yeah, you might, toss in a running back, tight end, wide receiver in there. But most of the time, it just seems like most people be playing their QBs because they want the points, man. They want the points. But that's the way I view it anyways. But yeah, PJ Walker, he's out. It sounds like he might be out for a little while. Let's see here. Anybody else new? The Ravens, Gus Edwards. He was limited in practice most of this week. He had hamstring and knee, so he might be questionable for this game. So, if all possible, I mean, just stick with Kenyon Drake. I know I got a couple of shares of Drake, and I more likely going to be starting him in one or a few of my couple of my leagues. Because, yeah, needed. Jackson, he kind of had an illness. He didn't really participate in practice. He's kind of questionable, but it sounds like he is going to play today. Jason Pierre-Paul, I didn't know he was a Raven. Crazy, man. Let's see. New Jersey and New England, or not New Jersey. Jesus Christ, the Jets and Patriots. My bad. Let's see here. No, quite no injuries there. Yeah. Let's see here. Chicago and Atlanta. Let's see. Cole Kmet, he should be playing. I think there was something. I think he was kind of popped up, but I think he will be playing this week. Anybody with the Falcons? Nope. Detroit and the Giants. Let's see here. Josh Reynolds. Sounds like he will be out if you had Josh. If you're looking at especially deeper leagues, Josh Reynolds. Questionable, but it sounds like he was more trending towards out. Yeah, that's kind of the major one there. I know he kind of popped off. He kind of popped here and there a little bit. See, I'm trying. Rondell Robinson too from the Giants. He kind of had a hamstring. He was kind of limited, but my show for this game, I know everybody kind of wanted. I know the Giants wanted him to kind of be their number guy there because Kenny Golladay, he hasn't done anything in a while. Trying to see here. Actually, I haven't even heard from him. I don't think he's even been on the field at all hardly this year at all. Sucks for them because they're actually stuck with somebody like him. They gave him a bunch of money and really honestly hasn't done anything since being with the Giants, just besides just being hurt all the damn time. But, I figured Rondell Robinson would actually kind of work out and actually kind of start playing. But he was kind of injured too. So, I mean, that's kind of one of those things too when a player comes back from an injury. Take him a little time to kind of get accustomed to the game, the rhythm of the game, and the playbook too a little bit. Yeah, let's see here. But yeah, he's questionable. I think he should. He sounds like he should play this week as well. Let's hit up the Philly and Indy game here quick. Doesn't look like I see anybody. AJ Brown's playing. Devontae Smith, he should be playing. Looks like nobody from the Colts. That's good. That's good. Let's see here. 3:00 games, well, afternoon games. Denver and the Raiders. I'm trying to see here. I think they were talking. Oh, maybe it was Colton Miller. There was another. I think there was another. I thought it was Hilton. Or it was kind of another backup since Jerry Jeudy is not playing this week. I'm actually trying to figure out who in the heck that is. Because I know that he was out in the waivers here. Crazy. Yep, Jerry Jeudy is out this week. I thought I'd seen somebody actually trying to get Hilton. I had not Ty Hilton. Oh well, it's all good. Let's see here. Yep, Jerry Jeudy ankle is he is out. KJ Hamler, that's who it was. Hamstring, he's out. Yeah, the other Kendall Hinton, that's who it was. I was looking at because I was looking at waivers tonight, trying to figure out who to add and whatnot. So he was limited, so he's questionable. He might or might not play. I mean, he's kind of lower in the chart, but let's see here. Bengals and Pittsburgh. Chase actually was out with the hip. They weren't sure if he was actually going to play this week or not. It was kind of really iffy, but he's out for sure. But it sounds like next week he probably will be playing. Anybody with Steelers? No, I think everybody's. I think everybody's going to be kind of playing. TJ Watt, he's back, which is awesome. I don't know if anybody is playing in any IDP leagues. I know I have him in one of my IDP leagues and couldn't put him on IR or anything like that. So I pretty much was kind of stuck with just having him on the bench, and I wasn't going to let him go because I know he's a damn good. He's pretty much a terrorist. The guy who comes in and just tears up the offense and gets sacks and whatnot, which is just plain crazy. Kind of sucked. He got hurt kind of early in the season a little bit. I think it was week 2, week 3. I can't remember offhand, but yeah, it's kind of crazy, kind of awesome that he's back. So you have to make some decisions if I actually want to put him in the lineup against. Trying to see if he might maybe get a couple sacks against Cincy and sack freaking Burrow this week or not. So let's hit the Dallas and Minnesota game here quick. See if there's any quite injuries. Zeke's. He didn't really. I don't think. Yeah, Zeke didn't play last week. He had a knee. I don't know. It sounded like he might suit up and play this week, which is awesome. There really not too many Vikings guys. Let's see here. It's a Sunday night game. Mecole Hardman, he's actually an IR. I think MVS, I don't think he's playing offhand. I think he was out too, but that actually puts Sky Moore. Trying to think the other guy up in there, or maybe MVS is gonna. But I thought he was actually hurt, but maybe not. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both had one had ankle and one had a hamstring. They actually um, participated this week, which is awesome. And I know a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of guys who had Keenan Allen and Williams. Um, yeah, they might be in a snap count. I'm not sure exactly on that for sure, but yeah, I'm kind of glad because I actually want to. I know I need Keenan Allen in a couple leagues and Mike Williams too. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. It's you're happy a guy from injury comes back and hopefully maybe plays. Uh, yeah, for a lot of people actually looking at their, I guess you can say their rosters and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's gonna kind of end it here. I mean, I thought it'd be kind of a little fun, but maybe it's just all in my mind. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. It's kind of like you kind of have an agenda, and then it's kind of like, or you have, well, actually, you have thoughts of like, okay, try to get something kind of going, and try to kind of come up with a game plan and kind of see how it goes. And because shit, when you kind of hop online or actually start streaming, you're just kind of like, just kind of all over the place a little bit. I mean, some people are actually got that structuring down. Me, not so much. I mean, I'm more structured when it comes to podcasts. I mean, pretty much, I got the info all like pretty much I cram podcasts pretty much most of the week while I'm working, just listening to what's going on, and so it's kind of pretty hard to actually just kind of hear what you say and kind of put it out there a little bit. So that's something I'm kind of working on a little bit. Anyway, I know kind of podcasts are kind of fun, kind of cool, and it's solo. It kind of does suck a little bit. It's you actually kind of got to keep yourself going a little bit. Um, let's see here. Actually, trying to see. Actually, just trying to think here. In my 2 QB league, I got Jimmy Burrow as my 2 QBs since, and I think I might stick with those two. I got Heineke as my backup, kind of my third guy, and I don't know Jimmy. I think Jimmy might play pretty. I think Jimmy will play pretty good. So I think Heineke is just a good backup because I got Burrow and Jimmy. It's going to be kind of rough because it's that Cincy and Steelers games out. That game always gets to be kind of rough. But I got Rondale for pretty much my Monday, and I got Chris Olave and Keenan Allen. So I'm hoping I need a win in this. I think I'm kind of out of this one because I'm 3-7. I would have to probably win out the rest of my games, maybe even possibly even make the playoffs in this, but I don't think I'm going to. I mean, I got Dalvin Cook and Montgomery as my running backs. Pretty much, I got Pickens. My bench, pretty much all the guys I'm on. I got Mike Evans, which is on by Ken Walker the third. That was kind of great. That was awesome when I ended up had the first waiver pick, and I'm like, when he started kind of breaking out, I was kind of high on him when he kind of was a rookie when he got drafted because it just almost made sense for Seattle to actually Seattle to actually pick a guy up like that because the guy can actually just run the ball. Pretty much a third down, pretty much a 3 down kind of back. Yeah, and I got Mike Evan Ingram, Wilson. I'm not sure. I think this game with the Jets or the Jets versus the Patriots, it's just kind of crazy because it can go either way, and it's just one of those games that's kind of toss up. I mean, it's a 38-point spread, and really don't see a whole lot kind of going on. So it might be a low scoring game, and I think the Patriots are going to actually win this one out. But, their wide receivers, they got, man, I don't know. I don't know about this game. I don't know. I have a feeling there's going to be a game, and this could be the game where one of these guys ends up having like 100 and some odd yards, but very unlikely. But I have a feeling this one of these lower scoring games is going to be one of those games where somebody like Garrett Wilson just busts out and has 100 odd yard game and a couple touchdowns. And that's my feeling. I don't know. It's just always one of those games where it seems like, it's low scoring. It's very possible that one of these games can just end up being like that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might just end that. I think I might just end it here because I'm just kind of think I am getting too early. I'm just kind of unorganized a little bit. I mean, I guess I had an idea which way I wanted to go, but yeah, I think I'm just going to end it here. So, well, hope everybody has a wonderful, fun Sunday. I know I'm going to be hoping for some wins, some huge wins, anyways. I don't know. Maybe next time this might be a little bit different, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, everybody have a nice, wonderful Sunday. We'll actually catch you guys actually on probably Tuesday. Bye.